I still need to figure out a good intro, please don't judge. Hi there. Like most people on the internet, I am chronically online. And what other task for a chronically online person like me to do than scroll through the hell app that is TikTok? During my several 1-hour scrolls through the app, I came across this TikTok that just unearthed one of the deepest, darkest, most unhinged memories I've had. I got an unironic looksmaxing tutorial on my FYP. Yeah, remember looksmaxing? That trend from about a year ago that was giving every average looking guy on the internet body dysmorphia? I honestly thought they died out when people realized that it was kinda stupid. But apparently, they're still going, and they're even more unhinged than before. I can't believe I'm making a looksmaxing video in 2025. I feel like that one 50-year-old aunt on Facebook who still posts impact font memes and only discovers viral videos after the joke's been old for months and everybody's tired of it. But it's my channel and I get to do what I want. So shh. If you're somehow still not aware of what looksmaxing is essentially the act of people, usually men, maximizing one's own attractiveness. How, you might ask? Maybe through traditional self-maintenance rituals like grooming, hygiene, maybe even exercise? Wrong. If you want to properly max out your facial features and attractiveness, you'll need to start working on features that you didn't even know you had. I mean, what the hell is a cancel tilt? Just take a look at the list that this kind and humble Looksmaxxer provided us with so that we too can maximize our own attractiveness. Sleeping enough, drinking water, eating nutrient-dense foods. These are just the most basic tips to being generally healthy. Definitely second the tip on sunlight exposure though, because I'm sure that anybody who takes looksmaxing seriously these days could afford to touch some more grass in their lives. Damn, so many things in this list and this is just supposed to be the basics? At this point, this stuff feels like a full-time job if you really want to go all in and quote-unquote maximize your attractiveness. Like, I'm wondering, where does one even find the time to do all these exercises? I'm not gonna lie, it does look kinda silly. I'd imagine that you want to be doing these in the privacy of your own home, but considering they're telling you to do like 1,000 of these a day, where do we even find the time? I mean, some people got jobs. Couldn't be me though. I guess if you're in a closed-off cubicle at work where nobody sees you, you can look as silly as you want. Or would you do them in the gym and just tag them onto your regular workout schedule? What if your jaw locks and you end up looking like that one meme of Billie Eilish for the rest of your life? I'm genuinely in awe at how people find the time to dedicate this much of their day to looking like a cat that's about to puke the most rancid, nastiest, gross vomit you've ever smelled in your entire life. So, on one hand, we have the side of looksmaxing that's basically just men discovering basic hygiene. The other side is the more unhinged stuff, like chin tucking and trying to force your fingers down your throat as far as you can. What are we doing to ourselves? Yeah, I wonder that too. Honestly, I might have been looksmaxing this entire time without even realizing. I guess I'm essentially doing chin tucks whenever I'm bored of a conversation but have to keep nodding to look like I'm interested. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with wanting to put more effort into your appearance. Since a few months, I've been regularly exercising and doing a dedicated skincare routine to improve the way that I look, and I feel great about it. But my concern is that the looksmaxing community probably isn't just well-intentioned self-improvement content and can instead become a source of insecurity for kids on the internet. It kinda reminds me of how female skincare products will literally invent new insecurities for women to buy into, so they buy their products. If you're not mewing 24/7, you are cooked and you might as well give up on life, bro. I mean, it is a little concerning to see kids who look like they haven't even gone through puberty yet show their quote-unquote glow-ups. That is basically just a result of going through puberty and growing up, and claim they look like that because they smash their bones every day. At this point, I'm grown enough to not let this kind of stuff online make me insecure about the way I look, but I'm just imagining all the 12-year-olds who think that there's something wrong with them because they don't look like the chat from those Wojak memes, when they're literally not even supposed to look that way because they haven't even hit puberty yet. You are not supposed to have a jawline, Timmy. If I genuinely bought into what these influencers are saying, I'd be stressed. I imagine that it's an insane amount of pressure to feel like you always have to be the most attractive person in every picture just because strangers on the internet told you to be. Not to mention how tiring it would be to always have to be on your A game and never slack on whatever facial exercise you have to do right now to keep up a model face 24/7. While doing my research for this video, which was basically just scrolling through TikTok, I discovered that there's a whole community around female looksmaxing too. I honestly expected it to be like those videos where women have like 87 products on their face because it's supposed to make them look better in the morning. But actually, it's not that different from the type of content that the guys are making. Yay for gender equality, I guess? I mean, not everything is about us men. Let's take a look at how the ladies are going about maximizing their own attractiveness. That isn't looksmaxing, that's just called putting on makeup. The deeper I dive into these guides and videos of looksmaxing, the less clear it becomes to me what looksmaxing actually is. I mean, most of these glow up videos just consist of people going through puberty or losing weight. Both things that naturally bring a lot of change to the way that you look. I get the feeling that some of them are just trying to sensationalize things that humans have been doing since forever. Why? I wouldn't know. Maybe it's to gain a following online or to feel some kind of sense of authority. I did this, and this is how I look now. So you better do this too if you want to be worth more than some toothpicks and a gum wrapper. However, in this capitalist hellhole we live in, it's also likely that they just want to sell you stuff.
Money!
Umax is an app that a lot of these looksmaxers promote on TikTok. It's an app that promises you to become hot by La Seraphim by sending it a picture and then letting it hyperanalyze and rate all of your deepest insecurities. So when you think critically about it, for more than like 5 seconds, which apparently most people on TikTok are unable to do, you'd realize that all of this is basically a crock of shit designed to make people feel insecure again. Aside from the fact that you'll naturally get wildly different results depending on lighting and your angle, some of these supposed results don't even make any sense. I mean, potential, how do they even measure that? It's like entering a beauty contest, but instead of there being actual judges working with some quantifiable metric, it's just a randomized wheel that will decide if you're ugly or not. Oh boy, I worked so hard to maximize my looks. Those 7 hours of viewing per day are really gonna pay off now. Wait, what? Oh. I planned on downloading this app myself and see how it would rate me according to Looksmaxxing standards, before I realized that it's probably just a front to harvest and sell my data. So no thank you. At the end of the day, like I already said, there's nothing wrong with wanting to improve your physical appearance if you think that that's genuinely gonna make you happy. There are definitely regular, sane things you can do to change the way that you look. And hell, even some of the more out there stuff like chin tucking do have scientific evidence backing up that they can improve things like your posture. But everything in moderation. The Looksmaxxing community is a prime example of how self-improvement content can quickly turn toxic and become a source of insecurity and stress instead of happiness and self-love. Besides, controversial opinion maybe, but maybe looks aren't the most important thing in the world? There's more to life than just looking hot, like, I don't know, being a nice and compassionate human being to others? Although with the way that Looksmaxxers interact with each other online, I fear that's not a viable option for most of them. Because what a surprise that a community that's built on the idea that you have to look perfect 24/7 is full of people taking out their insecurities onto others and using it as an excuse to bully them. 18M. Been looksmaxing for over a year now. Think I'm a solid 8 to 9, but let me know. You seem to be looks minusing, bro. 4. You are barely a 4. Very obviously a troll post. But do you know how you can be a nice and compassionate human being? By leaving a like if you enjoyed this video and maybe even consider subscribing. Maybe even let me know in the comments what crazy internet phenomenon I can make a video on next. Hopefully a relevant topic this time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!